Day 3 of the Rad Declutter Challenge. Are you with me? Today it's go through the movie collection. What is your favorite movie is usually my first question. I've got quite a few, and all of the collection that I collected of movies kind of isn't here. So I don't have a lot of movies to go through. I do have music, and I do have some DVDs that are fitness DVDs with me because I always traveled with them because my other laptop has a CD player in it. Now my other laptop, the newer one, the newer versions of Apple laptops don't seem to have that accessibility because they try to streamline and everything's downloadable. But initially, my first Apple Mac, love Apple, and they're releasing 9 o'clock tonight, just saying. Hi Joey, hi Robin, hi Julie, hi Jennifer. How are you all doing tonight? Are you decluttering? Have you been joining in on this challenge? So what we're going to do, and this is the office space, spare bedroom. I am in here looking for the movies and the collections. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite movie? Do you have a collection of movies, and how many? Because there was a time where a lot of us were collecting the physical, but now we've got so much digital. Now we're overwhelmed with so much technology and availability. You don't even need to own it. You can just easily go on Netflix or go to YouTube or Amazon Prime or Roku or whatever you got going on, right? Apple Media has it as well. So Apple TV, you know, there's so much out there. So, oh, Dirty Dancing's a good one. That is a classic, right? Now I've had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. Dare, dare, dare. So we can play our own little dancing here, right? So here's what I did. Now, like I was saying, I don't think I have and own that many DVDs. I had a special DVD, what do you call it? Just like the shelving system. And that stayed in Europe. It never made it back to the US, and it's all good. And some of the collections that I do own, if I ever get them back, doesn't really matter at this point. Sex and the City. And I am a huge Jennifer Garner fan, so I was big on Alias, and I owned every single one of the Alias, every one of the Sex and the Cities. I think I could easily own the Outlander series for those of you who are big Outlanders fans. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for it to start. I think I have to wait till November. It's killing me. What's your favorite series that you're watching or have watched and can watch over again? Let me know in the comments for that one. That's huge. Okay, I have these matching on both corners of the room. You can't see the other right now, but this one does have DVDs up above along with some music, and also many of my books. I try to keep it nice and tidy, and these are amazing books. Some of them I'm going to go through and probably purge and give away. You know, fitness has always been my life. Between the time I was younger and I played sports and I was a runner, track and field, cross country, and then I loved soccer. Soccer was my favorite sport of all times. How did I get in on that? Well, I have a lot of books that are all about physical body, right? But I've transitioned as I've grown in my evolution, right? To notice that it's the mental body that's important to affect the physical body. So that's where I'm at now. Now, getting up here, I am going to just bring down all of this. I also have a collection of DVDs that are usable for when I teach my Kundalini from my teacher trainings. Each one of the level 2s that I have taken has a set of 2 DVDs, which in themselves, when you teach in a studio, see now this shows you something. Y'all, I got cobwebs on there. I haven't even, it doesn't take much for dust to accumulate, especially in the summertime here in Florida. Should have seen what I was dusting up the other day after cleaning out the closet. So I haven't used these in a while, but I do go back and forth with them, and I haven't ripped them onto digital media, but there's a reason for that. Number one, I don't necessarily want to accumulate that much space. And number two, you know, my first laptop, I had to bring it back to Apple for repair. And for some reason, even though I paid for them to back it up, because you can pay like an extra $50 for them to back up your system, so that just in case something happens, they have a backup, they give it to you, or at least you're able to restore the system, right? Unfortunately, they completely lost the backup, and my computer, the backup that they were accessible, or the way that they went about backing up or restoring my system at that time, this was back in 2008, I believe, 8 or 9, and when they went to go do this, everything was corrupt. I lost all my music. Even just bringing some of the old music files were just cut off. They weren't the full musics. Have you ever had that happen? Like, you lost all of it. And if you're the type of person who got rid of all your CDs, you lost all that music. Because what we would do is we would burn or rip the CD music, and, you know, maybe you got rid of your collection. So this is really all I own for my music, along with a couple of the items I pulled down. And yeah, I'm very grateful I kept on to that. And I lost a lot of CDs, or I should say, I don't know if they got stolen or if they're still in Europe, because I also lost movies that I didn't find either, because things got transitioned. That's the only thing about living in Naples. You gotta know who you're dealing with, because if you got some stuff, like my espresso machine, the really nice Zappavone, it got swiped as well. So here's what we have that I did pull down. Kind of some interesting DVDs. One I have not watched, believe it or not. I'm a huge Karen Voigt fan. Whoops. So I think she's amazing between her Pilates and her yoga. I just admire and think she's just a beautiful woman. I have that yoga and sculpting. I have Streamlined Fitness, morning and night. Those are pretty good, actually. I have Denise Austin, her Plus. I have... Now, I got really big into belly dancing. And this was one of the first DVDs I got. And I think I bought this at Best Buy. I was home visiting in, I don't remember, 2007 maybe. No, it was 2006, because I remember I was still dating somebody and then things kind of went awry. I bought this DVD, The Goddess Workout. And this is Delphina. Let me tell you, and it's so funny when you watch something and you're like, and you know, they do one side and then they do the other, and you're watching it and you're going, wait a minute here, she didn't do the other side. Like, that changes. It's kind of silly. But I really enjoyed, because it's a great introduction, and just a little bit of belly dancing, you open up those hips, you start to realize, wow, just a little bit of movement does a body good, and you feel it, right? Oh, Kristen made it. What? Mwah! Hi, Robin, honey. Doc Holliday, yeah. Now, another amazing belly dancer I absolutely love is Ariella. This woman is phenomenal, and I really got turned on to her with this one here, Tribal Fusion Belly Dance, Yoga Isolations and Drills Practice Companion with Rachel Bryce. Ariella and Rachel Bryce, amazing, super impressive, gorgeous bodies, and I really love, like, this is celebrating the divine feminine. This is really embracing and expressing who we are as women. When you really rock those lower chakras, because this is the feminine. The feminine is lower chakras, believe it or not. The masculine is the higher chakras. Would you believe that? And if you really didn't know, I mean, hello. So one of the things that I did, and I can feel it just in here. Oh, I have DVDs of Ravi Brett also, some Kundalini stuff. Anna Brett and Ravi Singh. It's kind of funny because here in this DVD case, this is what I would do when I travel. I put together, so that's the one that goes in there. But I also have Delphina's belly dance in there, and the Beginners and Beyond, and A Journey Through the Chakras of Ravi Singh and Anna Brett's in there, because those would be the ones that I would travel with at the last time I traveled. So this one, it is in there. And I know if I'm not seeing it, doesn't mean it's, oh, we got more DVDs right here. That's more. I don't think there's any up in here. These are all of, yeah, these are all my journals and markers, if you can see this. Isn't that cool? These have to be mounted on the wall. Believe it or not, these were gifted to me, and I just stacked them on top of my bookcase, and they both, right behind here, this is kind of a pin board with some important things that I still haven't gotten to. Go figure. That's what this DeClutter challenge is about, is really kind of going, oh, I need to get back to that and finish it, right? Oh my gosh. Which DVDs do you have, Kristen? So, then my mom sent me some movies, and I still have yet to watch the Loretta Young show. I don't know this one in particular. If I did see it, I don't remember it. But my mom gave me that. The Yaya Sisterhood Club. Okay. The Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood. This goes to my mom, because our family's already crazy, and in a loving way. Like, everybody's got their quirks, and I doubt I'm the only one with a family that's got their quirks and their craziness. But I love each and every one of my family members from the bottom of my heart, and I accept them lovingly where they're at, because I know that, you know what? We're all trying to navigate our way in life, and I don't hold them to their old patterns, because I don't want them to do that to me. Now, it doesn't say that they aren't already doing that, because we all kind of do that. We're always looking at someone and going, oh, are they the same? Have they changed? What's going on with them? Or sometimes we're really holding them prisoner of their past by expecting them to show up as the person that might not have been as healthy, or maybe there's quirks about them that we just dislike, but that's what we're looking for, so we can react or attack them for it. And how does that heal people? How does heal relationships if you're not open enough to allow those people to surprise you and be different, right? It's kind of like, for years, my mom and my dad, both of them would go into this space of, oh, your mother's, she's always been like that. Or your dad, you know, whatever. Mom less, my dad too. It's just, to have been divorced for that many years and still expect after decades that the person has remained the same. That's staying attached to the story that doesn't even exist. I mean, we all evolve, we all change. So, who owns this movie? Great movie. I want to watch this again. I can pop these into my actual other laptop, and I need to burn some things for sure. But again, I don't own very many. Where the Truth Lies. Now, this was an interesting movie. And for whatever reason, I can't even remember why I bought it. It's not really like, you know, it's interesting. But it's ironic, too, because, I had the strangest dream this morning. I really did. I don't even know how to explain it. If you've seen this movie, you know why it's particular. So, anyway, moving on. And yes, I saw that, Kristen. Those are great DVDs, aren't they? Before I really got, I first found Kundalini Yoga with, and I forgot his name again, but I see him at Solstice all the time, and he's just like a big teddy bear, cloaked in white, because all of us wear white, and he's got the beard, and he's a little heavier. He does a lot of the Ayurvedic food recipes and cooking on 3HO's channel, and I'm going to tell you, I saw him doing Kirtan Kriya, and I was just drawn in going, wow, I really get this, and I did it. And then someone suggested Ravi and Anna, and I went, oh, okay, and that's how I got turned on to it. So that was like in 2005 or 6, but I didn't actually notice it was at my studio from 2009 until the following year when I started going to the Gong meditations with my teacher, Sundar. So it's funny how we evolve. I also have Karen Voigt's Total Pilates. Again, you can't do anything better than tonify your body. I believe in toning. I used to do a lot of weightlifting. I used to do a lot of sculpting and, but I prefer elongating, stretching and strengthening through more isometrics, through more, it's really, you're going to be leaner and you're going to feel more flexible if you elongate, you strengthen and lengthen. That's my theory. That's how I've evolved, and it's healed my body significantly regarding how much I've had pain, chronic pain. Now, I know somewhere in here, it's probably in here. So I have DVDs in here. The most recent DVDs that I received, I need to throw that out. I've been finding things and throwing them out as I go too. So these are my KRI DVDs for Level 2 Conscious Communications. And on each of these there's there's 2 DVDs within them, and each of the Level 2s that I've taken have 2 DVDs, and on each DVD there's like 2 or 3 teachings sets with Yogi Bhajan, and we have the transcripts in our books. And so over here in this whole section is all of this, along with more of those DVDs, what I just showed you. So I have, this one is Vitality and Stress, which I took the last year or the year before. Crossing the Hour, this one, this was part of Lifestyles and Life Cycles. So I got an extra DVD. So these 3, that was a powerful year, because every 7 years, every 11 years, and every 18 years, we go through shifts. And every 7 years is our shift in consciousness. Every 11 years is our shift in intelligence. And every 18 years is our shift in vitality. Oh my God, I don't have fried green tomatoes, but I'm going to tell you that's one of the best movies as well. So yeah, each year, each of those years, so every 7 years you have a shift in your consciousness. Every 11 years you have a shift in your intelligence, which I'm at right now at 44. And every 18 years you have a shift in your vitality, whether you're able to sustain yourself and maintain yourself in all of these times of stress. I got an itch on my arm. I thought I saw a mosquito in the room. He tricked me. He snuck in with me. So yes, that's what these DVDs are. And the very first Level 2 that I took was Mind and Meditation, which was life-changing and transformative. In fact, I had bought the Mind and Meditation book before I even took the course, because I found it to be so amazing and read it cover to cover. Very short time too. So I'm going to place these DVDs in here. And the reason I hold on to these is because when I teach, until I have them on a dedicated, it's really good to have backups of these. These things cost at least $75 just for the set of the DVDs on their own. And that's it through the course. So I don't know if they cost more as a result. I don't know that you can even find those DVDs elsewhere, because those teachings are particular to the courses. So, but you can always go on YouTube and find lectures with Yogi Bhajan, and I do that still. I'll go in and I'll just type in, stress. So the Vitality course, Stress and Vitality. And some of the DVDs, videos that come up are pertinent in different years when he did different lectures. There's a lot of amazing material out there, and YouTube has got to be the best. So just in case you're not already following us, make sure you're following us on RADiculously, RawThentic, our YouTube channel, because you're going to find this and so much more there as well. And make sure you get your notifications set to see and be notified when we post a new video, because we may even go live on YouTube and you just don't know if you're not getting notified, right? What? So I've got all of these. I know I've got more. These are some, what's interesting? I don't even think I need these. Some of these are tapes. I have to go through these tapes now, because with my mom having passed, there's a lot of tapes that my mom would send me, and I never got a chance to listen to them. So those tapes are going to have my mom's voice on them. And I have a tape player. This is bringing up emotion because I hadn't thought about it. So I'm going to have to take out the tape player and sit down and listen to these, because I never got a chance to sit down and listen to a lot of the stuff that she sent me. So you know, another form of media. And I typically get rid of these types of things. I don't hold on to this stuff. I can't even remember the last time I listened to a tape. Anybody out there still own tapes, cassettes? Any form, not just these, but I'm talking also, maybe you got 8 tracks, maybe you got reel-to-reel. Hey, listen, I grew up, my dad, he had the old reel-to-reel. We had 8 tracks in the car, right? Santana. We listened to Santana in the car when I was growing up. Really cool music. I got very lucky. I got some really musical parents. A lot of influence from both sides. My parents' musical taste was varied and diverse amongst the two of them. I love it. So let's see what else we got. All right. So, in fact, the Blackout All-Stars. I like it. Do you remember those? This is crazy. I don't know why I kept this, but it brings me back probably, what year was that? I looked this one up on YouTube for the video. I mean, I don't need this. Actually, I can get rid of this. I think I probably just held on to it because, wow, I had it. I wonder if there's another song on there. I like it, edit version, and on the back says, Joy Reach, I'm Gonna Get You. I don't know what that is. I don't even remember. But it's produced by CNC Music Factory. How cool is that? So maybe Stacks of Joy Robbie Rob's Club World featuring Deborah Cooper Bizarre Inc. I might have to listen to one track because I don't even know, right? I know singles. A single on one side, single on the other side. Now this is kind of a cool little thing. By the way, tomorrow is day 4 of this rad 30-day declutter challenge. And we're supposed to be going through a TV stand. Now, I really don't own a TV stand, but we're going to go through something. We've designed it so that, you know, I know a lot of y'all have that. I know if I was at my dad's, I would totally be going through his TV stand. And the DVD collection my dad has is cray-cray. He's got them in the bedroom, in the closet, up in the closet upper shelves. He's got them out, and actually I put them out there next to the TV stand. And he got that big 54-inch. When he got that, I was shaking my head going, that's just too big. Some things are too big for the house. Plus he's got one in his room, which isn't that big, but it's still big. So this came from Korea, and I need to dust it off. Cool, huh? Brass. It was when I was stationed at Osan Air Force Base in Korea from February of 95 to 96. Thanks for all your hard work. Good luck. 51 Com Squadron, SCMR, Osan Air Base, Korea. When I was a senior airman, I made below the zone for our wing, I believe. See, isn't that cool? Isn't that rad? Yay! So I had the choice between this and something else, and I don't remember what, but I thought this was so cool. Obviously kind of noisy too. I think I want to move this. I'm going to put that up there. Sometimes it's nice to shift energy and put things in other spaces, right? That's what we're really doing, is we're moving energy. And when you're moving energy, you're creating and cleaning. So you're allowing space to contract and expand at all times, right? It's just like when we breathe. We expand to express ourselves. We contract to clear it out, right? It's a cleansing. So this is all of what this is. It's creating a form of feng shui. We're creating the movement and the flow of that energy because maybe it got stagnant while that was all sitting there like that. Again, I'm going to have to do some serious dusting because it doesn't look dirty, but I guarantee if I take my hand and wipe it, I'll just freak out. So this is, and I have to get this renewed. This is not my old one. I have another one that was for 2015 or 16, I'm sure. But I've always kept up on my CPR and what's the other one? CPR and first aid. So I'm going to have to contact and get renewed. I do that every couple of years. You get the full one and it lasts for 2 years. But I've been doing this for years since I was in the Air Force, that I've always kept up on my first aid and CPR training. Now, there are some more
DVDs in here that I did not, CDs that I did not realize were down here.
I have Jack Canfield's The Success Principles.
Which is a great book, by the way, if you don't already own that.
So this was a gift from a girlfriend of mine. She took pictures of us. This, this is cool. I went to Santorini and I went to Greece back in 2015. And my girlfriend got married when I was over there, and she got married on the island of Skiathos, which was initially where, that was so sweet. I forgot about this. So they basically, they invited me to the wedding, and I thought that was really cool because I got a chance to see her. I hadn't seen her in years. I was working with her when I lived in Naples, Italy, and she's a fun person. Oh, this got some DVDs. That's going to have to go in there. I'm a huge Kylie Minogue fan. If you don't know, she's got some amazing music. This particular CD, this album, Two Hearts, great song. And I can't read her handwriting on this. It's just too much on the cursive side. But I believe when you look at the lyrics, it's legible. Maybe not. Oh, no. I'd have to pop it in the CD player and find out. But I'm going to have to make sure I re-rip a lot of this music because a lot of this music is not on my CD player on my new laptop, and I can transfer things over. Now, over here we got 2012 summer photos from Barcelona, Triberg, and Venice. That's good to know. Sometimes I forget I have a lot of DVDs that have burned music on them, apparently. Oh, this has some really cool music on it. Music for Christmas time. So these are the kinds of things that I would want to make sure that I always have copies of, because Kartika.info. I don't know what that is. Not quite sure. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to have to pop these into the laptop and figure it out. These are 2012 in Capri and Naples photos. So it's 2012. Those are photos that I probably... No, I didn't lose any of that. I doubt it. But these are copies that I transferred. I had... See, here's another thing that I own but don't have with me here. And I have all sorts of 2012 photos here. More pictures from 2011 and 12 around Naples. You know what? These are burns that I did when I was using the Nikon camera. That's probably why I have these. I burned copies to make sure I didn't lose the good versions. I also got this free musical CD of Paul McCartney for PETA. This is a planetary meditation for peace. Those of you who are pranic healers, you would know Master Chow Koksui. I'm a pranic healer. I don't go around advertising my Reiki and all that. Reiki master, pranic healer, lots of goodies. We're all healers though in the end. You don't need to name it. You don't need to go advertising it. I think the biggest healer is the one who doesn't speak about it, who just does it in the background. Hey Carl, how are you doing? Hi Carla. So we have Gabriel Roth and the Mirrors Ritual. This was a gift to me from my girlfriend, and I need to listen to this because it's supposed to be pretty beautiful to listen to. In fact, I know I've listened to it at her house. And then the other one, oh my gosh, this I absolutely love. While I was in Greece, there's this man, and he plays this particular instrument, and I was very blessed to witness it on the top of a very sacred space in Greece, outside of it, right in the area of Delphi, or Delphi, some would call it. And Apollonius. This man is just magical. In fact, every person I met in Greece to me was magical. But I do believe we all possess our own magic as well. So this has a lot of music in this pile, but I want to make sure I have these two over here. I don't know what this is. Ooh, I'm going to have to go through some of this a little later because it's going to require me to pop it in. and listen. And at least listen or look, find out what the heck's going on in there, right? So, and then I pulled out Allie McGraw. She's another amazing, amazing woman. Yoga, Mind, and Body. I think I have another one, but I don't have it here. I also have Jerry Loves Extremely Ripped cardio and fat blasting workouts. She's pretty good. I don't, you know, I only buy sometimes things that just kind of resonate with me, and I must have seen something of hers. I don't even know how I got turned on to her. Sometimes there's names of people you're going, where did that come from? So we've got that. What else did I have? I've got Denise Austin's mat based on the works of Pilates. Let me tell you that I actually I used this one for a long time. This was my go-to for years. Even when I did I had an injury in my neck, and boy, oh boy, I'm going to tell you, I tried to do hers and I kicked my own butt because I think I made it worse. And then Shiva Ray, I know I've got her other one. I've got Daily Energy Vinyasa Flow because I've studied with her a few times. I've done a 2 and a 3 week full time with her immersion, of which I have yet to finish my 300 hours with her. But maybe I do, maybe I don't. I do have all of my training materials in here. All of my books for training in here, for all of my teacher training materials, my reference guides. Like, I pull these books out all the time to teach my classes. This is this black binder is my Beyond Addiction. And I actually have 2 of those now. One is over here. And this one is which version? Let's find out if this is the newer one, 2017. So this is the newest version of it, which means I need to create space in here for it. Oh, that's not going to fit there. This was my original Kundalini Yoga teacher training manual. And that happened. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. So this is my most recent Beyond Addiction, and then everything over here. Osho. Oh my gosh. If you've ever watched any of my videos where I was doing hook'ems, I love Osho's works because you just open up a book, a hook'em, a random page, right? There's never anything random about life or where we land. There's a sign there if you're looking for, if you're willing to receive it, you'll know it when you see it. So, okay, so here's the other stack. I have some active meditations. This particular one is No Dimensions meditation, and it's an hour-long meditation for centering one's energy to create awareness and integration of the body. And I went to the Osho Center in Pune, India, and let me tell you, that was powerful. We were there for a few days, 3 or 4 days. Consciousness is a circle, no dimensions. It simply is. Neither directing the north nor directing to the south. It simply is a circle. So my suggestion to you is that the best will be to call it no dimensions. Profound, very profound. Now these are Secret Mysteries of America's Beginnings. These are sent to me from my mom, I believe. Tantric Heart Shastro, Embrace, and the Diamond and the Lotus. So these are meditations. I have a small business B2B. Interesting. I think my mom sent that to me as well. I have 2 CDs by Girish, who is amazing. Right before I went back to Italy in 2011, this man came to our yoga village, and his music, this one especially, Diamonds in the Sun, I'm going to tell you, what a beautiful, beautiful soul. If you've never seen nor heard his music, it is gorgeous. See, he wrote, I got a signature. Blessings, Lana. Peace. Yeah. So, then we've got my Chinese medicine doctor had given me a way of the breath. See, I've been working with the breath for many years. He had given me his guiding through the breath work. And then Brian Weiss's Meditation to Inner Peace, Regression Through the Mirror. These are things I can rip on my computer, but I would need to save them off onto an external hard drive just to keep a copy. I think it's really important to keep backups. Having worked in the computer industry for as many years as I did, well over 24 years off and on, I can assure you it's never a bad idea to back up and have what we call redundancy, double backups. That's how much I was deep into it working for the government. This is another CD by Giddish. And then we have, okay, Parvati. This woman rocks. She is so amazing. She came here right before I left in 2011 and at Unity Church did this performance as Natumbo. Natumbo was the character, and it tells the story. And Natumbo came down from this other dimension, this other planet, and it's a beautiful story. I got to perform with her. I was one of her dancers. There were two of us, and it was a lot more work than it looked like. And I've done stuff like that. I just hadn't done it in a while. It was so much fun. The choreography, the costumes were unique. Her music, yeah. So this CD is called Yoga in the Nightclub. And the songs are I Am and Sanctified Skin and Pretty Prince and Cinderella, Fresh, Precious, Open to This Love, 911 Love, In My Mind I See You, Yoga in the Nightclub, Flowers, I Am, and An Interference in Avalon. So she comes from the planet of Avalon. Very cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. Sometimes it's really cool that you can go through these things. We're going to wrap this up because I really don't have anything else over here that I can even see. I think that was pretty much all the media that I have.
Like I said, I have Jack Canfield's down here. Other than that, there's really there's no media down here.
So what can I tuck in there then? So all of these, minus that, we have our DVDs that are fitness DVDs, right? Yep, every single one of these is fitness DVDs. So there's not enough space to put them down there. And I did have them up there. Where would you put them? The music does need to go elsewhere. So, because I also have a CD container over there. So I'm going to see what I can fit in here. And, I love doing this. It's just rearranging energy. Maybe it finds that it's in a better space and it's happier there than it was elsewhere. Oh, I guess this one's called Doctored, the film the AMA does not want you to see. Your food, your medicine, your healthcare has all been doctored. That's another find. Don't necessarily need those, but I'm sure there's someone out there who could probably benefit from them. Okay, so all of these, I'm going to try to find a way to fit them in here. Contact Capital. There's some books that can be removed. A book my mom gave me. Wow, yeah, I'm going to have to go through some of the... That's another episode to be definitely tuning in for, is when I go through the books. Because some of this definitely does not need to be in here. I have prints, like all of these extra material, like HP printing cards for photos, and I don't even have a printer, which isn't a good or a bad thing. It just is. I'm not complaining. They cause the most dust in the computer environment. So let's see. I'm going to try to put these in here. Move those. Place these down here. Place these in here. You try to keep the relevant stuff together. Living right in a wrong world, you and your conscience. My mom sent me that. I can tell because it's... my mom. I'm finding all sorts of stuff because my mom would send me lots of books. It's very bittersweet, let me tell you. Going through my stuff like that, definitely. So, anything else? These I'm going to have to look at, and I don't necessarily need The Truth Where It Lies or the Yayo Sister Club, but I'll put those off to the side. These being music,
and all that, I'm going to do this. You know what? Sometimes I'll do this. And then when I can space in here, I don't need this here. That can go up there. Keepsakes. So I think my sister or my mom sent me this. It's one of those keepsakes from the hearts. It's like, looks like a book, but you open it up and it has a little book inside of it. It's very sweet. And it even has a card off to the side. Hugs. A hug is the perfect gift. This is really sweet. A hug is the perfect gift. One size fits all, and no one minds if you exchange it. Isn't that sweet? We all should appreciate and accept the loving hugs that we receive, right? I love hugs. It's the most important thing. Do you know that it actually is the easiest way to up your oxytocin, your happy hormones? So my sister's probably my mother and father to reconcile the... Okay, so my sister made a prayer request, and this is what's written in here. She wanted my mother and father to reconcile the differences, love for Lori, Leilani, and David, peace for our pastor, for prayer, working for God, Jesus, people that she knows from her church, people at CA, different thrift stores, for goodness, weather, and kindness, for Lana, Jalea, Eloy, and being a role model. That was sweet. So I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to put this aside for a gift for someone because I think it's really sweet and it's a nice gift. And then these don't need to go up in there. Let's see what else we got for space in here. How do you rearrange your stuff? Do you just find other places for it when you're trying to get rid of it? It's not that I'm not trying to get rid of it. Right now, I'm just reorganizing for the moment. All right, another book that was gifted to me has a lot of scripture in it. And believe it or not, I'm not for or against religion myself. I think that everybody finds their way in life. And sometimes maybe religion is a catalyst in this direction or that. You may be for it. It may steer you in a different direction as a result of maybe bad experiences. But never poo-poo on someone's belief, because I think that sometimes that's what keeps hope and faith alive in all of us. So this I know my mom or my sister sent me. This might have been my sister. It's hard to say. But it has a lot of scripture in it. Hour of need. Let all those who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. Let such as love your salvation say continually, the Lord be magnified. But I am poor and needy, yet the Lord thinks upon me. You are my help and my deliverer. Do not delay, O my God. Psalm 40:16-17. Whether you believe in God or not, there is a higher power. You can't deny it. We have like this contribution and access to it. In my personal life, in my own personal opinion, I believe it is not something separate from us. I think it's a part of us. It only came to me over the years. I've always had this sense, this feeling deep within my gut, how much we are a part and not separate. That when we say this versus that, it never is that polarity or that extreme. It's part of. Energy doesn't end anywhere. We've all had this conscious agreement that this is what a hand's going to look like. This is what a face is going to look like. It's just going to come in a different form of the energy. And, you know, what a fork looks like or what water feels like. We, on a collective level, have agreed upon the conditions. And then you wonder why there are certain people out there, not a lot, at least not compared to the mass consensus, that see things from a different perspective, or maybe they don't see things the way you do. Because maybe they just haven't agreed and joined in to that collective belief. So if you really think about it, it's kind of rad how different and diverse we are. So those are going to be gifted. Now, that's going to go over there. Let's see. These are going to have to go. I have a box over here on the side. I'm going to tilt my head down here. that these can go in because I don't need those right away. And it removes the stuff in that space. I have these need to be relocated. You know, witness protection plan. I'm going to place these for now right here, just because I know I'll get back to them at some point. And then this can go right here. So, and that can go in the trash. All right, now, last but not least, I'm curious about your music collection, y'all. I want to know what it is you own. This is an old CD case Logic. You remember these soft? Years ago, I bought this because I wanted something to downsize and get rid of these kind of cases, because these cases are a pain in the butt. But I really enjoy having at least the little booklet that comes inside. So this one is Ricky Martin's Sound Loaded. Yes, we all loved Ricky Martin, didn't we? Were you a Menudo fan? When he and his brothers were doing the Menudo, I loved Menudo, and I was turned on to Menudo when I was living down here in Florida in school with my girlfriend, Bethany. I have everything from, and what I would do is I would put the little booklet and the CD in here. Somewhere in the closet, I believe, I have a little, like a pocket case that's hard, right? And it's small and compact, and that's something I would carry when I travel. And I have a couple DVDs that are missing in action, which means they're in there for travel purposes. I have Dave Matthews Band in here. I have Peter Gabriel. Again, some of my favorite CDs got placed in that. I have Sheryl Crow. I have Lenny Kravitz. I have more Sheryl Crow and Donna Lewis. I have, this is Lenny Kravitz. Where did that go? Why is that over there? It'll go somewhere. I'll find that spot in a second. Hoodoo Gurus, The Blue Cave. I have Bodines. Does anybody remember or know of the Bodines? Go Slow Down. Such a sexy cover. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, right? I know. Dave Matthews I saw in concert. Absolutely amazing band. Love, love, love. We've got Bush, Paula Cole. Oh, this is it Freely? Let's see. Fiona Apple. I have Duncan Sheik. I'm only breathing. Da-da-da-da. You know the songs, right? Screaming Trees, The Wallflowers. See, now this is where you start going on YouTube, typing it in and going, OMG, seriously. I don't remember what some of the music is until I pull it up. Collective Soul, The Black Crowes, of course. The Cranberries, 10,000 Maniacs. She passed away recently, right? Was the lead singer of the Cranberries? Alanis Morissette, Concrete Blood. I was a huge Concrete Blood fan. Frente, Poe, the Sugar Cubes, and Bjork. Can you tell my genre over the years changed here and there? Tori Amos was huge. Jewel, Sarah McLachlan. Kate Bush, Natalie Imbruglia. Fontana, Tears for Fears, that one. Home, Blessed Union of Souls. Oh, yes. And then Depeche Mode. Hey, listen, I was huge into Depeche Mode. Enjoy the silence. Live. Honor Among Thieves. I saw them live. Hootie and the Blowfish. And Oasis. Wax Ecstatic. Sponge. Pearl Jam. Huge Pearl Jam fan. STP. Stone Temple Pilots, y'all. Soundgarden. The Crow. This is the motion picture soundtrack from Brandon Lee's The Crow. Smithereens. Stabbing Westward. What? Megadeth. Risk. I didn't even realize I had some of these. U2. Now that's where we really get into all my U2, right? So was it last year for my birthday, I gifted myself the Joshua Tree tour, which I was so blessed because I didn't get to see it the first year, and that was when I was in high school many eons ago, right? And so the opportunity to go see him when it came up in Tampa, and I got rainbows galore that year. Oh my gosh. That was just, yeah. Words can't express. So U2, I get everything from their October, The Unforgettable Fire, The Joshua Tree, Rattle and Hum. I went to their Zooropa U2 tour, their Pop, Republica, I have that, Garbage. I have another one of their CDs on my iPhone. I forgot what it's called off the top of my head, but it was one of their free ones. Enigma, I have both the first and the second. Madonna's another one of my favorites that she's... The thing I admire the most about her is her raw authenticity. She doesn't care what you think. She just puts it out there. And sometimes she does it purposely to be controversial. And it appears that maybe she's doing things in an extreme way, but ever think that maybe some people do it specifically to rub you, to polish you up? And I think that's why I really appreciate her. I don't think I have any Bon Jovi in here, but you never know. So then I've got Everything But the Girl, La Bouche, 2 Unlimited, Hits Unlimited, Christina Aguilera, I've actually got her first CD, and Britney Spears, I've got her Baby One More Time. Strange but true, yes, I own those. Destiny's Child, The Writings on the Wall. Hey, I always loved them in the beginning anyway, as well as Beyonce and how they've evolved. I know, right? Rat would be cool, but probably not. I have Jock Jams, that's an ESPN version that's got a bunch of like compilation music. Ace of Base. When I used to teach aerobics, I used to use a lot of this music. I even have this little sticky note in here to indicate the aerobic songs that I was utilizing. I've got Destiny's Child's, looks like just Destiny Child. I've got Gloria Estefan, Destiny CD. I've got John Cicada. Every time we're together, oh, 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 it won't never be the same when you're not here. How can you stay away so long? I know I could keep on going. It gives me chills just thinking about it. Of course, he was cute. He was hot. What are you talking about? Janet Jackson, the Velvet Rope Tour. Now, that was a sexy CD, as well as her All For You CD. I think those were 2 of her sexiest ones, and I really admire that she came out and allowed herself to be free, because she seemed always so very, what's the word? Just hiding, We all have to at least step into our womanhood and our femininity. Jerry Halliwell, Schizophrenic. What is this one? Gwen Stefani's Love Angel Music Baby. Dr. Doolittle's album CD music. The College Years. I think that was a free one that I got from something. I have Romeo and Juliet's music motion picture music. I've got Mortal Kombat soundtrack, which I used again for more of my aerobic classes. Jennifer Page, anybody remember that? Eric Clapton's Pilgrim CD. Shania, now there's a hot woman. I love her too. Looking up to see if there's a rainbow out there. The sky is amazing in the night. Selena's Dreaming of You. What a sad story, right? Leanne Rimes, You Light Up My Life. Lorena McKennett. Oh, my Pure Mood CD. Don't know where that is, but that's another good one. City of Angels. Love that movie. Absolutely love that. We're always sad when, you see love doesn't actually get to be. Titanic. Enya. I've got 2 Enya CDs. Did I mention this thing gets heavy? I've got Another Level. I've got Andrea Bocelli. I've got Amerie's Touch. I've got another Enya. I've got a couple Enyas, actually. I've got 4 Enyas. Everything from Shepherd's Moon to Watermark to her just named Enya. I have Vuelve, which is Ricky Martin's. And I've got another Ricky Martin over here. Kellis. Does anybody know who Kellis is? I think she's the, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard because they're like, I'm better than yours. They're like, I'm better than yours. You can teach me, but you have to charge me milkshake. Yeah, I think I got the words a little screwy. But Then we have Elvis Crespo's Suavemente. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Anybody know that one? I've got, I know this one, the Matrix CD, I believe is what this is. And it's quite a bit warped on there. It's got, not warped, but it's got a little scratch going on, so who knows if that's any good. I've got Jennifer Lopez on the 6, All Saints. Anybody remember All Saints? Vivaldi, I've got a couple of those. I've got Billy Myers, Growing Pains. Oh, that's a great CD. If you haven't heard Billy Myers. Kiss the Rain is what she was famous for. Kiss the Rain. Sammy Hagar's Wabaritas. Eric Cornell. Gives me chills when I say Eric Cornell. I don't know how to explain that one. Euphoria Morning. And then this last one over here, I can't seem to know. Something time thing, something. I had to stick that in because I don't know what that is. Don't take that the wrong way. I've got the Cardigans and Robbie Williams. I've got Korn, Eagle Eye Cherry. What? Fleetwood Mac, Macy Gray, The Cult, Sonic Temple. Hello. Some really good music in here. This other one. I have a Santana. It's got to be a Santana. It just looks like something Santana would put on a CD case. CD cover, right? For their art. What do you think? This one right here? Looks like Santana. I know I'm quite diverse in what I do have in here. I've got Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, because the music was really good. I've got Soul Asylum's Candy from a Stranger. What one is this? Sugar Ray, Shock Resistant. I have to see some of these I gotta look up because I don't even remember the music until I play it. And then this one, Eve 6. Wow. Oh. Bring back any memories for anyone? Crazy, isn't it? The stuff that we hold on to. And I'm not necessarily getting rid of them anytime soon, so we'll have to find time to burn them again. Because again, if I didn't have these, I lost everything off of my laptop, so I had to start from scratch again. Well, I think that is it for today. Today was day 3 of the 30-day Rad Declutter Challenge. I hope you're joining me. Let me know in the comments what you found, what memories came up, because a lot of this brings me memories to when I lived in Maryland. I was all over the place. When I was still in the Air Force when I created this collection. Yeah, it stirs up a lot of stuff. Let me know if you're going through any emotions while you're doing this declutter challenge, because it will. It's gonna conjure up some old memories. It's gonna cause you to go, ooh, I'm not sure I'm ready to let go of that, or ooh, let me get rid of that immediately. Like when we're ready for shift, for change to happen, that's when you know you can get rid of stuff a lot easier, with ease and release, right? So yeah, so tomorrow would be day 4, which we're supposed to go through a TV stand, so we'll see how that turns out. I'm gonna go check on my Rad Ninja. He's doing some amazing work. You wait till you see what he's done. I am just so over the moon with the work. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. And he surprised me every time. So, I love you all. Yeah, I think it's a love spin boom night. Boom! What?